Hi there, welcome and thank you for being here. My name is Lyn and I'm the Queen of Hearts. So today we're going to be talking about catalysts, karmics, soul teachers. What do those terms actually mean? And really they're just labels for much of the same thing. And on this journey, I think it's very important not to get too hung up on each of the labels and just learn to let go and enjoy the process and enjoy the journey. But just for the sake of educating people around what these terms actually are, then let me elaborate. So a catalyst is something that helps you to progress forward to what you ultimately are wanting and desiring. And that could easily be also referred to as a karmic person or partner or a karmic situation. And all it basically means is that whatever the current situation, whether that applies to you or whether that applies to your person, your partner, your divine masculine, it's whatever might be currently in the way, but also recognizing that whatever it is that you feel is currently in the way is there to serve a higher purpose. So in other words, there should never be, personally, there should never be any animosity directed at the situation or the person that might be presented as being in the way. And the situation could be, another country in the way. The situation could be work situation, a boss. The situation could be religious backgrounds, people that might be in the way. Could be a existing partner in your life, romantic partner, or in your person's life, in your DM's life, that might be in the way of you getting connected or coming back into union. Or it could be a family situation that could be in the way, or a group of friends. So it could be people or it could be actually situations, and these are quite often referred to as catalysts or karmic people or karmic situations, and also soul teachers, because these things are all presenting themselves because they need to teach each of us the lessons that we need to be taught before we come into union with our person. So it's very important that if you feel triggered by this situation, if you feel triggered by this person or people, then what that is showing you is that there needs to be some sort of healing within yourself that needs to be recognized, acknowledged, and let go of. Because these situations, these people are presenting themselves because it's all part of our journey. It's all part of our healing. It's all part of their healing, and it's all part of their journey, so that we can ascend to be at a certain level of vibration before we come into union. You wouldn't want to get in the way of that process, because if your person came to you before they were ready, then there would be a halt to your progress. So you want them to be at the best version of themselves vibrationally, in terms of a great match for you, so that you can both then progress as a divine couple and being in a more empowered state vibrationally to inspire others, for those that are on a similar mission or journey, to show them that, it is worth the wait, and the reason why there are these things that do get perceived as being in the way are necessary for our own personal growth and for our counterparts' personal growth. So also recognize, any people that might be in the way of that aren't necessarily bad people. That they may or may not be bad people, but when you think of a karmic person, especially if it's a person that's involved with your counterpart, there tends to be negative animosity directed at that person, and then there's no need to be. our journey and part of our healing is to let go of that, because that person is teaching our counterpart the lessons that they need to learn for their own greater good, to then be in a position to come to us healed and ready, so that we can, as a divine power couple, make a huge difference to the human race and planet Earth. So it's always a case of looking at these situations, looking at these people through the lens of, what am I meant to learn from this situation? And instead of reacting from a place of fear, a place of fear is just quite a normal reaction to start off with. You get used to sort of recognizing that quicker as you go more and more onto this journey, and being able to let go of it quicker. But if you're at the very start of this journey, you might find that you're noticing that you're reacting from a place of fear, and this fear stems from our mind. It stems from worry, it stems from fear, it stems from doubt. So just know that those things all need to be worked on and let go of, and just the way that's the easiest to let go of it is just to acknowledge it, feel it. If you need to have a good cry, have a good cry. It's all empowering, healing tears at the end of the day. But let go of it and just say, I'm giving these worries, these doubts, these fears to the universe. That's all I do. In terms of how I let go of stuff, it's just that I recognize it, I acknowledge it, I feel it, and then let it go. And that over time becomes easier and quicker to manage. You find yourself catching these emotions a lot quicker and a lot easier, and letting them go as you go further on to this journey. And just know that, you do get to a point where, those feelings hardly ever come up for you, because you've done so much work on yourself, and you're then knowing that you're connecting more to your intuition and your heart space, rather than allowing that head space to take over. So it is all around helping us to connect more and more to our intuition and to our heart space, because our heart space is a space of love. It's a space of compassion. It's a space of having that faith and hope, and that trust in whatever's meant to be is meant to be for our highest good, even if that feels quite painful. And it obviously does feel very, very painful at times, as we progress through this journey. There are different situations that come up, and I've tended to let go of the word challenge because for me, the word challenge makes it sound like it's something that's not very nice, rather than just looking at something as being a situation. If we look at something as being a situation, and that situation is always neutral, that event, that person is always neutral. It's only the meaning that we attach to that person or that situation or event that makes us have a feeling around it, which can either be a positive or a negative feeling. So it's understanding that this is what's going on for us all the time. We're being presented with these situations, these events, these people that elicit some sort of emotional response, and hopefully you will eventually get to a point where that emotional response is either just pure joy, happiness and love, or at the very worst just feeling neutral or indifferent about it, okay, rather than feeling triggered and getting into that headspace where we let the ego take over, and we're wallowing then in that space of the worry, the doubt and the fear, and then we sort of end up going in a bit of a cycle of negativity. So my message today is to look upon any situation on this twin flame journey as just being a situation, and any label such as catalyst, karma or karmic, or soul teacher as being necessary for your own growth and well-being, and for your counterparts' growth and well-being. If you have any questions around this, or would have any feedback around this, I'd invite you to post your own experiences and feedback in the comments below. I hope you found this useful. Thank you all for liking, subscribing, and for all your wonderful comments. And if you're new to the channel, please, it'd be great if you'd subscribe, become notified, and become part of the Hearts Tribe. It all helps the channel to grow and me to be able to provide more content that's relevant for you. So thank you for that. And until next time, goodbye for now.